Simon and Robin are relocating from Chicago to California following a recent miscarriage. While they're purchasing furniture for their new home, a man approaches Simon, claiming they were high school classmates. Simon doesn't recognize him until the man identifies himself as Gordon Mosley, also known as Gordo. Gordo cordially welcomes the couple to the neighborhood before departing. He leaves a bottle of wine as a housewarming gift on the couple's front porch. Later, he visits while Simon is away at work. Robin invites him in and shows him around the house. In one room, they come across a large toy monkey, and Robin reveals that Simon has a monkey phobia. Robin invites Gordo to stay for dinner. When Simon arrives, Gordo recounts tales from Simon's past, such as his Simon Says class president campaign slogan, which used to get him whatever he desired. Gordo, slightly intoxicated from the wine, remarks that Simon Says seems to apply to all the good things in Simon's life, causing some discomfort for the couple. Simon is not fond of Gordo's visits and even crosses out his name on the refrigerator, replacing it with Weirdo, Gordo's nickname from high school. Despite this, Gordo continues to visit when Simon is at work, leaving gifts like koi fish for their pond and repairing their cable TV. One day, he notices Weirdo written on the fridge and leaves, feeling insulted. Much to Robin's surprise, Gordo later extends an invitation to the couple for a dinner party. Simon and Robin reach a surprisingly elegant home for the party. Gordo informs them that the other couple he had invited had to cancel at the last moment. During their chat, Gordo reveals that he's single. Suddenly, he gets a phone call which he claims is from his workplace and excuses himself, leaving Simon and Robin by themselves. In Gordo's absence, Simon begins to make disparaging remarks about Gordo, insinuating that he has feelings for Robin and has inappropriate intentions towards her. Simon suggests they take a look around the house. They stumble upon a bedroom filled with women's attire and what seems to be a child's room. Hearing Gordo's car pull up, they hastily return to the living room. Upon Gordo's return, Simon inquires about his job. Gordo confesses he lied and reveals that the call was from his ex-wife, indicating it was a tense conversation. Simon insists that Robin leave the room and then confronts Gordo, sternly telling him he doesn't want him visiting them anymore. The following morning, while Robin is alone at home, she hears peculiar sounds. Upon investigating outside, she finds that the koi fish are dead and their dog, Mr. Bojangles, is missing. Later, Simon visits Gordo's house, where he's welcomed by a woman he presumes is Gordo's wife. However, it turns out Gordo doesn't reside there. The Callums contact the police, who discover that the couple in the house did know Gordo. Gordo had a key because he managed their leased cars and used it to gain entry while the couple was out. However, without adequate evidence, the police can't do more than interrogate Gordo, realizing he would know who reported him. In the meantime, Simon is being considered for a promotion at his job. After a successful meeting with the company executives, a coworker informs him that his only rival for the position is Danny McDonald. Robin continues to have the feeling that Gordo is observing her at home. Feeling anxious, she takes some prescription pills she borrowed from their neighbor and faints in the bedroom, only to wake up later lying on the bed. At night, Robin hears a sound in the kitchen. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. It's Bojangles safely back home. Robin wakes Simon up and they converse in the kitchen. Simon mentions he was going to tell Robin about his promotion at work, but he found her unconscious instead. He also shows her the pills he discovered and assumes she's relapsed after previously misusing pills in Chicago. Robin argues that Simon doesn't trust her suspicions about Gordo. Simon merely believes that Gordo has negatively impacted their lives and thinks it's best to disregard him and move on. Over the ensuing months, Robin becomes pregnant again and the couple appears to be doing well. However, Robin is taken aback when she's informed that a man has been watching her at work. It's Gordo. Later, they receive a letter from him apologizing for disturbing them, stating he's ready to let bygones be bygones. In the letter, he addresses Simon directly, but Simon denies understanding what Gordo is referring to. Robin and Simon attend a baby shower in Robin's honor. Later, Robin and Joan, Simon's sister, take a stroll together. Robin inquires if Joan knows anything about Gordo. Joan discloses a rumor that Simon and his friend Greg discovered Gordo in a car being mistreated by an older student, leading people to speculate he might not be heterosexual. Robin conducts an online search for Greg's name and finds out he's a chiropractor. She books an appointment with him and begins to inquire about the past events between Simon and Gordo. Greg is initially reluctant to respond, but eventually admits that Simon made up the story about Gordo being sexually abused because Simon used to frequently bully Gordo. This false allegation resulted in a traumatic incident where Gordo's father tried to burn him alive after suspecting he might be gay, leading to his father's arrest. Later, Robin rummages through Simon's home office and discovers two files, one on Gordo and another on Danny McDonald, Simon's rival for the job. In Gordo's file, she finds a mugshot indicating he was arrested for burglary years ago. When Simon comes home, Robin confronts him. He dismisses Gordo's past trauma with indifference, stating he doesn't care because his own father was hard on him. He also brings up Robin's history with pills, which prompts her to slap him, accusing him of being as much of a bully now as he was in the past. Simon later apologizes, explaining that he conducted a background check on Gordo to ensure their safety. Simon visits a bar where Gordo is hosting a trivia contest. Afterward, he encounters Gordo in a parking garage and offers him a lukewarm apology, primarily because Robin asked him to. Gordo rejects the apology, stating it's too late, and warns Simon that the past isn't finished with him. In a fit of anger, Simon knocks a basket out of Gordo's hands, scattering papers everywhere, kicks Gordo as he tries to gather them, and pins him against the pavement, insisting he accept his apology. Simon departs, convinced that Gordo won't trouble them again. Simon secures the job, and the Callums throw a dinner party to celebrate. Suddenly, there's a loud crash from upstairs, followed by another noise, and then something is hurled through the glass door, triggering the security system. Simon dashes outside and tackles a fleeing figure, assuming it's Gordo, only to discover it's Danny McDonald, furious with Simon for spreading false information about him that cost him both the promotion and his existing job. Police sirens wail and Danny begs to be released. Simon complies, and as he re-enters the house, Robin announces that she's going into labor. Robin gives birth to a healthy baby boy, but she tells Simon she doesn't want to return home with him due to all the drama he's instigated. As Simon leaves her room, he receives a call from work informing him that he's being fired due to the truth about Danny being revealed. Upon returning home, Simon finds a large wrapped box outside. Inside, there's a baby bassinet and 3 numbered boxes. The first box contains a key to their house, revealing how Gordo has been accessing and moving around their home. The second box contains a tape recording of Simon ridiculing Gordo when he excused himself to take his phone call. The third box holds a DVD that shows footage of Simon and Robin dining and sleeping. It then shows Robin fainting, followed by Gordo donning a monkey mask to taunt Simon's phobia and seemingly making advances towards her. The footage abruptly ends, leading Simon to suspect that Gordo may have assaulted Robin. While Simon is viewing the DVD, Gordo visits Robin in the hospital with flowers to congratulate her on the birth of the baby. He has a bruise on his face and his arm is in a sling. When Robin asks if Simon is responsible, Gordo simply replies that people will receive what they deserve and departs. Simon hurries back to the hospital and spots Gordo entering an elevator, but he fails to reach him in time. Simon dashes out of the hospital to pursue him and receives a call from Gordo. He demands to know if Gordo did what Simon suspects he did. Gordo initially denies it, but then insinuates that perhaps he did, implying that such ideas are the result of being influenced by a harmful idea. Simon goes to see the baby to get a closer look at his eyes, hoping to ascertain whether the baby is his or Gordo's. But he still can't determine. Robin holds the baby and looks at Simon with disapproval. Simon leans against the wall and weeps quietly, realizing his entire life is now in ruins. Gordo briefly observes Simon before departing and removing the sling from his arm. His ruthless mission to ruin Simon's life is now accomplished.